From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo. All 6 workers missing after a Baltimore bridge collapsed early yesterday are presumed dead, and a search to recover their bodies will resume this morning. The search of the river was paused overnight amid challenging conditions with weather and darkness. Those unaccounted for were part of a construction crew that had been repairing potholes on the bridge when a container ship struck a key pillar and the 2.5-kilometer bridge collapsed into the water below. The U.S. National Transportation Safety Board is leading the investigation into the crash and collapse. ABC's Lionel Moise says they're analyzing the design of the bridge and the history of that container ship, the Dolly.
This wasn't the first time issues with the Dolly were documented. An inspection last June found a deficiency for propulsion and auxiliary machinery concerning gauges, thermometers, etc. And in 2016, inspectors issued a deficiency for structural conditions concerning hull damage, impairing seaworthiness after it was involved in a crash in Belgium.
Court dates are scheduled for today in Minnesota for 2 suspects in an alleged human smuggling operation that led to a family from India freezing to death in southern Manitoba while trying to cross into the U.S. Prosecutors say Harsh Kumar Ramanlal Patel knew about blizzard conditions in Manitoba before arranging transportation for the family to cross in January of 2022. The frozen bodies of a man, his wife, their 11-year-old daughter and 3-year-old son were found in a field near Emerson, just meters from the U.S. border. He is charged with 7 counts of human smuggling. Also due in a Minneapolis court today to face additional charges is the man accused of actually driving the family to the border. RCMP say the 4 people found dead in a rural Saskatchewan home Sunday night as police were conducting a wellness check were members of the same family. Mounties say the deceased in the home in Newdorf, east of Regina, were 2 parents and their 2 adult children. Police are not publicly releasing their names yet. They consider the deaths suspicious. Members of diaspora communities are slated to testify today as a federal inquiry begins 2 weeks of hearings into foreign meddling allegations and how the government responded to them.
The hearings will focus on possible interference by China, India, Russia, and others in the last 2 general elections. The Commission of Inquiry expects to hear evidence from more than 40 people, including community members, political party representatives, and federal election officials. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and several members of his cabinet are also slated to appear. An initial report of findings from the Commission is due by May 3rd. Laura Osman, The Canadian Press, Ottawa.
And there is finally a winner of America's Mega Millions lottery jackpot. Someone in New Jersey matched all 6 numbers to win last night's $1.12 billion jackpot. Another U.S. lottery jackpot has grown to an enormous extreme. The Powerball jackpot for tonight's draw has risen to $865 million. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, it was a busy night in the NHL. Nick Suzuki and Joel Armia scoring first-period goals, and the Montreal Canadiens snapped the Colorado Avalanche's 9-game win streak. The Habs scoring a 2-1 victory on Tuesday. Austin Matthews scored goal number 59 of the season for the Toronto Maple Leafs, but it came in a loss for his team. The New Jersey Devils knocked off the Leafs 6-3. Jason Dickinson scored twice, and Chicago beat the visiting Calgary Flames 3-1. Flames have lost 4 in a row now, and Zach Hyman scored his 51st goal of the season, 122 into overtime, to lift the Edmonton Oilers to a 4-3 victory over Winnipeg. In NBA action, the Toronto Raptors had the night off, but Austin Reeves had a triple-double and made a tie-breaking 3-pointer with 37 seconds left in the second overtime period as the LA Lakers rallied to beat Milwaukee 128-124. From the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.